Hey guys, Afro Pinketer, you're watching Phonics, and in today's episode I'm going to be talking about what I would like to see different in Android and iOS. Let's get into it. So no operating system is perfect. Android is not perfect or iOS is not perfect. And yes, you might prefer Android over iOS or you might prefer iOS over Android, and each of them has their pros and cons. But in this video, I'm going to be telling you what I would like to see in Android in the future and what I would like to see in iOS in the future. So the first thing that I want to see in Android, and it's not really Android's fault, but I still have to say this, and that I want Android to take full advantage of the hardware that it's running on. So just like the iPhone, that the hardware and software is made by Apple. That means Apple can make it so its software runs beautifully on its hardware. Unless you get a pure Google phone with no bloatware, it's not going to run the best when you have all this TouchWiz or Moto Blur running on top of it. So I would love to make it so every single Android phone doesn't have no bloatware and it's just pure Google, and so it can take more advantage to its hardware and not have all this lag that you see in some Android phones. So the first thing that I want to see different in iOS, and that is better multitasking. Right now the multitasking is just not up to par, and when you want to exit out of an application or get rid of all the applications that are running, it's just not smooth at all. So if I want to get rid of apps that are running right now, I have to double tap on the home button, and then these are all the apps that are running right now. So I personally have to scroll through the apps that I'm running through right now, and then on top of it I have to hold down and then go one by one to exit it out. So to me that is not smooth at all, and it's more of a hassle than anything. So I would love for iOS to have better multitasking where you can, more like a card view that you see on the touchpads or the Palm Pres, where you have your apps and you can go through it and you can just flick up or something. That would be awesome to have on iOS. Second thing that I want to see on Android, and that is a better workflow from your computer to your Android phone. For example, with my iPhone 4S, I have my mail client and I have all my contacts. So anytime I do something with my mail client on my desktop or changing contacts on my desktop, it is synced to my iPhone 4S. So I would love for Android to come out with more desktop applications that run hand to hand with your Android device. One thing that I forgot to mention in multitasking in iOS is that I would like to see more of a feel like expose or mission control that you see on its desktop computers. So the second thing that I want to see in iOS is not so much a whole new interface, but just a couple features added to the interface and a couple of loopholes to go into different windows and different setups. For example, as you can see right here, this is how iOS looks. You have all your apps out, and that is just how it looks, and you can have, folders and stuff like that. But I would love to have it where on this setup I have all of my, let's just say, my games, and then I can go to a loophole or a folder, and I click into that folder, and then it makes me zoom into a whole new interface that has all my other apps, so all my entertainment apps. And then I can go to another window that goes into all of my mail apps or all to my applications for productivity. So just a little bit of a flipping through pages, or going through different boxes or virtual boxes to go into different interfaces. So we can still have the basic look, but I can make it so like on the top I click there and it makes me go into a whole new interface with different apps. So just something added to make, how I say this, iOS more fun like Android. So that's one thing that I would love to see in iOS 6, 7, or whatever. Last thing that I want to see in Android, and this might be asking for a lot, but hey, this is a video where we really want to see this in the future, and that is even more integration and more flexibility and more capabilities inside widgets. For example, I would love to have a widget where I can have my full instant messenger from Facebook, from AIM, from Skype, all that inside the widget itself. So it doesn't, so the widget doesn't just display my latest message, but I can actually reply in that message in IM through all my contacts. Just more integration in that little widget. Or for example, I can have a mail widget that doesn't just show me the latest mail, but I can actually reply from there and just do everything inside the widget. So yes, there is some widgets out there that can do a lot of cool stuff, but just even more integration with the widgets, and I would love to see that in Android. So guys, that's all the stuff that I would love to see in iOS and in Android. So guys, please leave in the comments below what would you love to see in the future of Android and in the future of iOS. So this is Afro Pin Kid, and you're watching Phonish, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Mario out.
I keep it player while some